What's going on, everyone? I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day. And today we are going to talk about Anakin in The Last Jedi. Does it make sense? Part 2. So I got a couple of comments from you guys asking when Part 2 was going to be released. I told you it was Thursday. Today is Thursday, so let's get it going. So in the last episode, we went over all of the rumors about Hayden returning to the franchise, spanning from 2015 up until now. So we didn't get it in the Force Awakens, which was rumored. Will we get it in The Last Jedi? Based off of what we talked about in the last video, probably not. But if Star Wars Celebration is any indication that anything is possible, and especially the last point I made in that video was J.J. Abrams called up Ewan McGregor to record a line for Obi-Wan for Rey's vision with just a few weeks left before the film was going to be released. So Rian Johnson, if you're watching this, call Hayden, get him to come in, record a lot of dialogue, and make a lot of people really happy. So in this video for part 2, we are going to talk about how it would make sense for him to physically appear in the film and not just surrounding rumors. So the way I see it, there is 3 possible ways that Hayden could appear in The Last Jedi. Version 1 is as a Force ghost, which is probably the most obvious version. Version 2 is as a voice or a physical appearance in a Force back, like we saw with Rey's vision. And version 3 of how Hayden could appear would be to just simply have him record a line of dialogue. Which one is most likely is probably, if they decide to do any of these, is probably going to be just having him record a line of dialogue like they did with Ewan McGregor and play it safe. But it is also possible, we've heard from Rian Johnson that he's not neglecting the prequels. So it is possible, especially since we're dealing with Luke and what Luke has been and what he's learned about the Jedi since he's gone into hiding, we could see a physical appearance from Hayden. Now, I did a video about the rumored Force backs for The Last Jedi, so you can check that out as well on the channel. And there was nothing mentioned about Hayden in any of those Force backs, no Anakin whatsoever. There was, however, just a little bit about Darth Vader, but that was with Kylo, and that is not Anakin, so that doesn't really count. So the reason I say that they're going to just have him record a line of dialogue would be because that's how they did it in The Force Awakens, and that went over really well with fans. Having Ewan just be a part of this new trilogy was a big win for a lot of fans out there, and if Disney and Lucasfilm was paying attention well, they would be smart to do the same thing again with Hayden as Anakin. And the reason that they should be doing this is because Luke is going to deal with his past. We're going to learn about his past and what he's been up to since Return of the Jedi. We're going to know that Kylo Ren is already going heavier into Darth Vader lore. And what is he going to have to confront with that is Anakin. And the reason I say he's going to have to confront with Anakin is because he killed his father. He is now torn between the dark side and the light side because killing Han did not make him feel very powerful. So he's probably going to have a lot more in common with Anakin. And if they do it, they could have Kylo hear Anakin in the Force back. Rian Johnson, if you're seeing this, that's the way to do that. So if they do bring Hayden back in a physical form as a Force ghost, the way I see this happening is not with Kylo Ren, but is with Luke. And the why for it being with Luke is simply because Luke has been all alone on this island of Ahch-To. And the way that they can bring it full circle with what Luke has learned about the Jedi since the Jedi started and has evolved from the prequel trilogy to the original trilogy to now is to have him learn a lot of things, and he's going to have to do that from his mentors, which include Yoda, which we'll probably see in The Last Jedi, Obi-Wan, which Ewan could have some more voice dialogue in that, and Anakin, which would be Hayden. And the reason I say Anakin appearing as a Force ghost to Luke rather than Yoda and Obi-Wan is because it's his father. They have such a strong bond that we saw come with Return of the Jedi and Darth Vader saving Luke. And that is something, the familial tie there, since Star Wars has always been about families, that's the way that they should do this, is they should bring Anakin in, tell him about the mistakes that he made, what he has learned, and not only that, but we can probably expect that if they're going to have Anakin as a Force Ghost, it's almost all but confirmed that they're going to have Yoda in there. This would be another way to tie the prequel trilogy, as Rian Johnson said, he's not ignoring, into this new trilogy with Daisy and John and Adam. And the other way I said this about the Force back, probably the line of dialogue is the most likely, and here's why. You can get a lot more fan interpretation and a lot more buzz surrounding the film if you do it with dialogue. Now, the reason when I say buzz around the film, I'm talking with diehard fans like you who are probably watching this video, and like me, people who make videos about these things, not with a casual audience. If they want to wow the casual audience, they're going to put Hayden in. But since a majority of the general audience is still on the fence about Hayden's portrayal as Anakin, they would be wise from a business perspective not to do that. So let me know what you guys want to see, and if you want to see Hayden appear, how do you want it? Do you want him to record a line of dialogue for a Force back? Do you want him to appear in a Force back as a non-Force ghost? Or do you want him to appear as a Force ghost to Luke? And if you guys are disagreeing with me that it should be Luke and that it should be Kylo Ren instead, let me know why you say that. This is just what I think. This is no leaks involved, no rumors. This is just me telling you how I think that this would be best handled for the fans and from a business perspective all at the same time. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you are a daily coffee drinker, please hit that bell. Give this video a thumbs up, as it does help out the channel a lot. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, keep loving Star Wars. Peace.